For over a year, I've been hunting for dream homes across southern Italy, mostly in Puglia, and dream homes of all types, from modest to the most elegant. In today's episode of Food and Home, I'm taking you to the town of Galatina to eat some of the best traditional fare and local restaurants, and I respond to the question, what is the dreamiest Italian dream home for sale that I can find? Historic but renovated, olive groves, a dreamy pool, 500 square meters of interior space in pure Apulian style, and the crypt of a church visited by St. Peter himself? Andiamo. So today, we're back in Galatina. And if you've been following me, last time I was here it was rainy, my favorite pastry shop was closed, and the house that we were visiting had to be renovated. So it was a bit of a wreck, a beautiful wreck. But today it's going to be the opposite. We have decent weather, the pastry shop is open, and we're going to see a fully renovated masseria. Let's go see Galatina. Finally, it's a Saturday, Pasticceria Ascaloni is open. I checked online before coming, and so this is the original inventors of the pasticciotto centuries ago. I'm excited to go try it out. You know how much I love pasticciotti. Grazie. So these are the original pasticciotti made in Galatina. As you can see, they have this slightly burnt top and around the ridges, and that's specific. That's for the flavor profile of the pasticciotti. There's also the peculiarity that they're made with strutto, and so it's with animal lard, which gives it a certain richness, and which is the typical ingredient from 100 years ago that they would have used to make the pastry of it. So let's try these out.
This is really, really good, really rich, absolutely delicious, and have this totally different flavor to the pasticciotti that you can get around in any old bar here.
Now fueled by pastry, we're ready to take on the beautiful city of Galatina. It's located in the area at the heel of the boot known as Salento, and being right in the middle of the peninsula, it has easy access to both the Adriatic and Ionian coast. There's something special about Galatina, like an atmosphere of easygoing elegance that strikes me every time I'm here. And it all starts in its main piazza, the meeting point of its 25,000 inhabitants, which is dominated by the Mother Church, dedicated to Saints Peter and Paul. It was built in the 17th century above a previous Byzantine church. In fact, Galatina, until the 1500s, was a mostly Greek-speaking town. The facade of the church is Apulian Baroque, and is a symbol of the city. The interior of the church is no less magnificent, harboring many renowned paintings of the scenes of the life of St. Peter, said to have visited this very spot on his way to Rome. Walking into the heart of the historical center will bring you past the elegant clock tower, built after the unification of Italy in 1861, and dedicated to King Victor Emmanuel. Galatina is special, because at every corner you'll come across another Baroque palace, which in most other places in the world would be a central attraction, but here is just another normal home. At the other end of the historical center is the other symbol of Galatina, the Basilica of St. Catherine of Alexandria. It was built in the 1300s and is one of the prime examples of Romantic Gothic in all of Italy. And just as important, it's next to the #1 rated restaurant on TripAdvisor, and where I'll be having lunch. I love working in real estate and helping others find their dream home. But with everything you have to do, it's very easy to get overworked. But thanks to BetterHelp, the paid partner of this video, I was able to connect to a credentialed therapist to talk about getting a better work-life balance. And I have to say, speaking to a professional and getting their advice has definitely helped me, specifically in developing strategies for working at a sustainable pace for myself. No doubt, taking on too much at once can lead to burnout. And since that's true in any sector you may be working in, being matched with a professional via BetterHelp could be a massive help for anybody. It works like this. First, you go to their site, perhaps via my link below. You answer a few questions, and usually within 48 hours, BetterHelp will match you to a professional who has years of experience helping people with struggles just like yours. And you can do it via video, messaging, phone call, whatever is the most comfortable for you. So visit betterhelp.com/justdreamitaly or choose Just Dream Italy during sign up and enjoy a special discount on your first month. Thank you, BetterHelp, for partnering on this video. So guys, for lunch, after all those pictures, I chose home cooking. So this is a family kitchen. It's called La Focacceria degli Orsini. And so basically this is a family-run little restaurant. They make the dishes of the day. They cook what they have on hand, what's of the season, and you get what's prepared, which is probably the best way to do it. Andiamo. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, salve.
Allora,
Allora,
che cosa abbiamo
sì,
qui?
ti spiego quello che ho preparato oggi, perché ogni giorno preparo cose diverse in base a quello che mi arriva dal contadino. Allora, partiamo da qui. Qui ho uno sugo con delle braciole, si chiamano, è una ricetta barese. Sono degli involtini di vitello con dentro un battuto con aglio, prezzemolo e il tocchetto di formaggio. Un altro sugo del macellaio, polpettine e costine di maiale. Ho i pezzetti di cavallo al sugo, questo è proprio il nostro must del
Sei
Salento.
tipico, no?
O lo impiattiamo o generalmente lo mangiano anche col panino che faccio io, l'impasto della focaccia. E polpettoni nella terracotta cotti con dentro la scamorza affumicata, degli stinchi, in genere li accompagniamo con una bella cipollotta al forno arrostita, la parmigiana di melanzane, classica nostra, le cicoриelle, la zucchina riempita con la stessa zucchina e una caciotta al pepe nero in grani, e peperoni ripieni di risotto al peperone con l'aggiunta di scamorza affumicata o una frittata di zucchine, e questa è un'altra nostra ricetta antica. Sarebbe base ai ceci con le verdure di stagione e la focaccia brustolita sopra. Qui è tutto fresco fresco, caldo caldo.
Mamma mia! My goodness, this is Salentino tapas. Oh wow, this is really, really good. 5 stars, this place is excellent. This is like you're eating at home. This is like the Christmas dinner where you have tons of plates for the family, cooked for everybody, but it's all for me. Highly recommended. Focacceria degli Orsini, if you come to Galatina, stop here and say hi to the family here in the restaurant. Highly recommended. I'm gonna work on this. So guys, we made it to the house that we're going to be seeing today. It's this beautiful historical villa from the 1700s in the beautiful fields surrounding Galatina. Now this property is very, very special because it's historical, but it was renovated about 15 years ago and no expenses were spared. You'll see in every single one of the details, the marble, the travertine stones, the details of the tiles, the ceilings, the painting, everything is absolutely impeccable. It's a massive house, but it is also a really big property around it. 4 hectares of fields in the back and 1 hectare within this property itself. This is currently a residence. It can be rented out during the summer months, but I can imagine this being just a gorgeous place for events. And there's one surprise about this outdoor space, which we'll talk about when I get there. So let's start the tour, seeing the outside, and then we'll head to the inside. So we'll start with the practicals of this home. It's 550 square meters. 2 hectares of land is in fact included in this sale. The asking price is 1,650,000 euros. On the inside, there's 18 rooms total, 6 of which are bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, And as you can see from these drone shots, it's a very spacious garden, which has been well maintained over the years and recuperated to a certain high level expected from a villa like this. We're going to go around the back, starting on this left side of the building. As you can see, the painting around the building has been very well done. It's red on the facade, and we have this beautiful whites along the sides. And in the back of the villa is where we have this really gorgeous pool. Now, around the pool, there are different relaxation areas. This is the veranda, a very spacious veranda with columns built in sandstone and wooden beams on the top, which, as is currently set up, you have shade provided by fabrics which are fit specifically for it. Here, peeking through, you can already have a good look at the pool. To notice are the trees built all around the property, giving you a large amount of privacy here as well. This is an infinity pool, so the level of the water is at the level of the ground with the kind of drainage going all the way around it. And from one side it starts at 1 meter deep, going all the way down to the other side 2 meter deep. And what's so impressive about this property, I think, is the gardening which has been done to it. And you can really see what the fruits are over the years of a consistent dedication to valuing the property, including the high trees along the sides, the gazebo, which you can see there in the back left. It takes a long amount of time and a certain dedication to have the garden grown into the vision that you have about it. And that's something that makes this dream property for me very, very special. Here is the gazebo. So this is the second resting space, kind of relaxation area that we have around this gorgeous pool. Like I said, you can see the plants and all the intricate designs that nature has provided with them naturally growing up the columns and onto the roof, providing that natural shade that they provided. I think it's very, very impressive, the attention to detail and the vision that you have to make that really grow into a useful space. Here we have the corner directly behind the building, and those two doors, which we'll also see from the inside. That one to the right is going to be our kitchen, and the one to the left, the main downstairs living room. But as you can see, you have a natural space kind of rolling from the inside to the outside. All around the building, really, you have entrances and exits which make the building easily accessible from all around. So now we're going to go around the right side of the building. As you can see, there's some parking spaces, and to the left there behind those trees is the garage. Here we have beautiful shade providing trees. It is the summer, but we did have an exceptional cloudy day, but I must say it was quite refreshing. Here we'll have a quick peek into the driveway. There you have the gated entrance all the way there to the back. And that's going to lead us not into the home yet, we'll save that for a little bit, but to that structure that you see there to the back left. This is a treat and what really makes this property so unique. The ruins of a crypt of a medieval church, the Church of Santa Maria della Porta. This is a church built on the spot where St. Peter is said to have stopped on his way to martyrdom up in Rome. Okay, so this is one of the most unique features of the house. There's the chapel with an underground orange grove right in front of it. Now, this is an extremely historical part of the property, and I think it's one of the most unique features about it. And it's that this church was made to commemorate Saint Peter's passing through in Galatina. So apparently St. Peter, on his way to Rome, stopped in this very spot, and there was some sort of archaeological find. Back in the 1500s, there was perhaps a crypt under it. And so in the 1500s, they built this church, renovated it, and we have private access to it. So this is part of the private property of this space. But let's go inside and see. It was renovated in the 1800s, and from its original church, they say that it was kind of converted into a space for the Freemasons. And so the person who renovated it was a Freemason. And that's because some symbols were found on the inside that points to that, although it is unknown, because that is a secret organization, of course. And we'll have a peek in here to the interior portion of this church. It reminds me of the Pantheon of Rome with that dome ceiling and the oculus in the middle. It is a closed oculus, so the rain doesn't fall, as it does in the church in Rome. But you do have the circular structure with the arches where various altars would have been built. As you can see, this is the remnant of what could have been an altar, obviously no longer a consecrated church, of course. Like I said, there's no Christian symbology in this area, which is really unique in this area in Italy. And so the thought, as I mentioned before, was perhaps this was an area where the Freemasons would have gathered. Here's some of the mosaics there on the floor. This is one of the few parts of this property which does need to be renovated and valued. And from that inside, we can go right out into the outside. And so we have this kind of rectangular structure with this hallway with the arches going all the way around it. Within the inside are orange trees, lemon trees, so a citrus orchard. But I think this area could really lend itself to being kind of like a wedding venue. I can see this beautifully restored by the person who would want to undertake such a thing, where you have the celebrations can take place down here, and then upstairs with those beautiful gardens is where the reception can take place. You have the central villa where people could be staying for the party. And so that's kind of my imagination running with it. But this is such a beautiful, beautiful structure. And the asset of having the ruins and this crypt of this church here just lends the fascination even further for this property, especially with the history that it has behind it. So this is a very interesting structure, and the fact that it has this history on your property, this is part of your private property. I think this is what lends the dreaminess to this dream home, which I chose today. And so as you can see, this is the second entry exit from the building. And going up these stairs brings us back into the garden. And here we are with a view of our villa there in the back. We have a direct walkway from the ruins of the church to the beautiful restorated villa. And so we'll make our way over there now, because we've now seen the full exterior of the property. It's now time to go and see the inside of this really fascinating, beautiful villa. We'll, start having a look at the facade here. There's the 5 windows up at the first floor. Then we have the bottom floor with, I think there's a total of 6 entryways along this bottom floor. There we go. I'm being represented on the map by a pasticciotto today. Here is the ground floor. So we enter into this atrium, which here we'll have a quick look at the beautiful floor. This is the same floor all throughout this ground floor, made in pietra leccese. And we have 2 wings. We can go here to the right and then to the left. To the right, we have the main living room. So we have this really gorgeous open living room with doors on either side. There to the front there behind me, and then to the pool side in the back, that little lounge area in the corner. And as you can see, it's really beautifully furnished with a typical furniture, which really lends itself to the space. We have a large arched ceiling, and this is the main living room of the building. There are 3 separate living rooms, let's say, lounge areas in the villa, and this is the main dedicated one here on this right wing of the building. But we will make our way back through this atrium. Very beautiful. A beautiful furniture, wooden furniture in here as well. Also, we have this fireplace from the epoch. And we'll go into this main wing of the bottom floor. This brings us into another barrel vaulted ceiling. This one has revealed stone, and this is more of an open space, as we'll see. That's the door looking out onto the front part of the property. And this open area currently is being used kind of as a recreational area with the billiards table. And it leads us into the back here, which is the dining area, just right under this arch. Once again, the beautiful doors. This one looks directly out onto that gorgeous infinity pool in the back. And to the right is where we have our luxurious kitchen. Now, this is my dream home, and I hope this is probably your guys' dream home as well, in one measure or another. And one of the reasons why is this beautiful kitchen. We have that island in the middle, which has these beautiful blue and white tiles, decorative borders up at the top, with the contrast of the wooden cabinets below. We have the full oven and stove there to the back. In that arch, these two bigger arches on this back side, but then as you can see on the other side, they have beautiful smaller arches, which are great for storing wines, for having bookshelves. And as you can see, this is a very spacious island, so plenty of space to cook, but also to entertain there on the back. So very much so more of a, let's say, an American-style kitchen, so a dedicated eating and cooking area, which is open. Here we'll have a better look at this back side behind the island. So we'd have two bigger arches, one with a traditional oven, and then in the back there with the modern electrodomestic oven with the stove top and the extraction hood. So we'll go back through here. As you can see, there's those sliding doors which can leave the kitchen open or closed. And from the dining area, we can have a peek there into the second living room. And of course, we'll have a look out onto the pool there. There's really a dream scenario where when you can go from that kitchen out into that pool on a hot summer day. But we'll have a better look here into this nook. This is a really cute nest, let's say, this really cute corner of the building. You have those two fireplace areas with the star vaulted ceilings with the revealed stone up at the top. And so this is pure Apulian style. I know I dedicate most of my videos to Puglia and Apulian architecture, but it really needs to be said that this type of architecture is very typical to this area, and you really won't see it very much outside of Italy in other regions. And so from that living room, we go into this area where we have a hallway and a bedroom, a very spacious bedroom here on the first floor. There's a total of 6 bedrooms in this villa, and one of them is on this bottom floor. And it is a really beautiful space. These are about 4-meter tall ceilings, so very high. We have the column with the stone revealed, the star vaulted ceiling with the stone revealed, and of course you have another door there out on the side, giving you access to the gardens and lots of light. Now this does also have a bathroom. As you'll see, there are more bathrooms than bedrooms in this villa, and each one of the bedrooms has its own dedicated bathroom with shower. So as you can see, it's a smaller space, but even there we have a star vaulted ceiling with the revealed stone. A very practical bathroom, but very well done with the shower, with the heating rack there on the side. And we go in through these really beautiful hallway area, have a peek there into the living room, and it brings us back into this open space right under that arch from the recreational room into the dining area. And so if we go back in this direction, you can see we have another door here on this side of the ground floor. We've seen almost everything, but one of the most impressive rooms of this villa is this one here in the back, and it's probably one of the least expected ones. It's a bathroom. This is the main downstairs bathroom, and what's so special about it, I think, is this architecture and interior design with this centerpiece of the sink, this beautiful one-piece marble sink, which is absolutely gorgeous. You have the basin at the top with this beautifully carved column below it, and just the combination of that beautiful clovered window with the revealed stone at the top with the gorgeously painted, I must say, red walls. It's just a really inviting space. And so it is a full bathroom. Of course, you don't only have a sink. You have the services here in the back here. No shower, but this is the main bathroom downstairs. So also this would be the bathroom that guests would use. Here we have a bit of a nook there, storage space. And we have the stairs now leading upstairs. Very beautiful with the white walls, with the stone stairs leading up. And what's so special is that when you get up to the top, you have this gorgeous, simple light well, letting in tons of natural light from the rooftop. On the rooftop, we have that. There were also solar panels and water heating up at the top there as well. But let's have a look here at the floors now, at the top floor. So these are cociopesto, different than the stone tiles that we saw downstairs, but once again, very typical of southern Italy. And it brings us into this corner area, this corner room here, wonderfully renovated. This has the original oven stove that would have been used back in the 1800s. And this is in steel or cast iron. And it's been valued for what it is. Obviously, you can even still use it if you wanted to. You have the stovetop there in the back. But traditionally, you would have put coals underneath it or wood. You would have heated it up, and you would have put pots above it to cook. So most likely in a villa like this, you would have had service people living inside of it. And so this would have been perhaps their quarters where they could have been sleeping in the room in the back, which we'll see, and cooking here at this top. There we have a beautiful view there down onto that pool. And I'll give you a look here. This is the back corner room, which is currently used as a practical space. So for storage, ironing, a laundry area. We have star vaulted ceilings, and we also have a balcony, a first floor balcony, which gives us beautiful views onto the garden on this side of the building. So this was a cooler day of the summer that we got to visit this beautiful villa. But I must say there's a certain charm to that as well when you're so used to the warm summer sun, which we've been having here in Salento. And there's a look there at the driveway leading into the front entrance and those lampposts in the front. Here we are looking over to the side there. And so it is a very spacious first floor patio. And so we'll head back inside. There you can see where we have the washing equipment, the washing machine with the dryer. And we'll go back out into this main hallway. And here we can see at the end of the hallway, we have this kind of common resting area here. A beautiful chandelier and another vaulted ceiling at the top. Here, once again, a beautifully painted in this red color, the same we saw on the downstairs bathroom, but also on the facade of the building. And it brings us into bedroom number 2 of the building. This is one of the upstairs bedrooms. Beautiful bed, I must say, with the steel decorative elements at the bottom and at the head of it, with the vaulted ceiling, as you can see, with the beautiful lighting installed all around the edges there. That's a very useful technique which is used in modern-day Puglian interior design to kind of give that emphasis of the beautiful ceilings that we do have here. And like I mentioned before, all of the bedrooms have corresponding bathrooms. This one in particular has its own walk-in closet here. Also very high ceilings, and so you have very high closets with plenty of space. And then we have this really big bathroom. So it starts off with the spaces with the mirrors, the water basins, and in the back is where we'll have a look at the shower. But you can see, once again, this villa was completely renovated and recuperated starting about 15 years ago, but it was a process, and it's a process which has been finalized and has been maintained throughout the years. I was so impressed by this building while I was there, not because everything is clean, not because everything was well maintained, but because of the materials that they used in every single one of the rooms. They didn't leave any area behind. So for the bathrooms, for example, all of the stone used is travertine stone, and that's consistent through all the different bathrooms, even though it's a different color of travertine in each one of them. And so we'll have a better look at some of the other ones so I can give you a better example of that. Anyways, we cross the hallway, and that brings us into the third living area of the villa. And so this is a common living area to the 4 bedrooms around it. And this door here in the front, here we are at the front of the villa, and this is that main, there we go, the main balcony looking out from the front of the home, giving us this gorgeous view of the gardens around it. And I have to say, it was very special for me to visit a home like this and get the chance to step out on a balcony in the front of a facade in a noble villa like this one. It's almost like you're in a part of history. So we're back into this living area, and I want to start giving you a view of these 4 bedrooms. So we're going to enter into this one here to the right. So this is bedroom number 3 so far. Once again, we have very high vaulted ceilings. This bedroom is special because of the bookcases, which we have to the right. We'll get a better view of those on our way out, but I did want to give you an example of this bathroom as well. The bathrooms are amazing in this villa. And here we have the travertine stone, this one with yellow hues along with those natural sandy tones used on some of the walls and the basins here. Just absolutely beautiful. Here we have the ceilings painted in that same yellow tone as the stone that we had there. And a look into a shower area here. Once again, it's a complete bathroom, and that's going to be the same in all of the bedrooms. Very spacious shower. Very spacious bathroom. And here we have a better look. It's a built-in bookcase along the walls there in the corner with that little closet opening there, and it goes up and around the door leading back out into the living room. A very special bedroom. This was a very nice one as well. As you can see, each one of the bedrooms has its own character as well. Here we'll have a look at bedroom number 4. And so I can very much see this being kind of a wedding venue where you can have the family members of brides and grooms kind of sleeping in different areas all across the building. And here we'll have a look into the private bathroom of this bedroom. Here once again, a different color of stone. This is a reddish stone. A very big mirror here on the wall for this bedroom, this bathroom. And once again, the attention to detail is represented in the painting that's been done throughout the villa. And here we have the reddish ceilings matching the red stone used to build the bathroom. This is an even bigger shower than the one that we saw in the other one as well. And we have once again a bidet and a toilet. Let's not forget the beautiful doors and cabinets used all throughout the villa and each one of these bedrooms. Everything is white, everything is in solid stone, very high quality. And the doorknobs on them, very high quality doorknobs. You know, it's these little details which you add them up one by one when you're evaluating a home like this. And it's that attention to details which I think brings out the full potential in any single home. So this is bedroom number 5 with the twin beds and the private bathroom here in the back. Here we have a very unique piece of that kind of wash basin and a bathtub. Anybody who's interested in real estate, and this is whether you own your own home or you're looking at other homes, you know that when the kitchens are done correctly, when the bathrooms are done correctly, that's where you've really added value to the home. You know, you can make living rooms look nice, you can furnish them well, but the bathrooms and the kitchens are really kind of the key to bring it all together, to have a full, complete home. And here we'll have a look into this final bedroom. This is currently a storage space here in the front. Very high ceilings, and you even have a window letting in plenty of light there, but this is kind of the closet area. Massive, really high closets going all the way around. And then we'll have one last look at this lounge living room before we make our way back out into this hallway. So this is my Italian dream home. This is the home that if I had the possibility, I would get. What do you think?